Hello and welcome back to Attingham Park. We are on our way to deliver the last bit of barley to complete on the contracts for Field 3 and Field 46, which is on our left. You'll see all the straw has been collected and we ended up with 48 bales. So they're all in our shed. Tucked away nicely. Had to have a bit of a rearrange with the equipment as couldn't quite get the auto stacker into the shed with all the hay bales in, so we've had a bit of a rearrange, but we've started the actual harvest on Field 3. Obviously that's why we've got this grain to deliver. So the plan for today is to get that harvest finished. We'll get the baling done on that Field 3 and also on our field, I forget the number, but the one that we harvested last time, and then we'll need to feed the animals and then we might advance into the second part of June. But for now, let's get this tipping. Finger hovering over the button, waiting for the money to start going up. We should have a couple of 1,000 litres, and then what else we take off the field. So nearly there we go. Super, nearly 5,000 litres left. So I'm going to head back to Field 3 and I will see you down there. So at Field 3 now, and continuing with the barley harvest. I'm keeping an eye not only on the fuel gauge but also the repair state of this combine. We are in a bit of a need of repair, so that's going to eat into our cash a bit, but hopefully we'll make enough from the contracts to cover that. Don't really want to be having to fork out loads and loads of money just in case something pops up in the sale. Basically, we could probably do with our own auto stacker at some point. The amount of bales that we're getting, I think it warrants it. Makes it a bit more efficient than having to load them up with the front loader, but we'll see. Hopefully at some point one will crop up and we actually see it in the sale before it disappears. But we've not got much left to do. It's not a massive field, this. Hoping that we'll get it all into the trailer and then we can just crack on with the baling. Now, talking of baling, because we got so many bales off of field 46, I think what I'm going to do with these ones off here is we will bale it, we will collect them up, and then what we'll do is we'll just store them to one side for now until we kind of decide what's the best way to tackle straw and contracts. You should remember from the last video that I was unsure on what to do. Obviously don't want to make things too easy, but I'm sure there are scenarios in real life where somebody would come in, harvest a field for you, and then maybe as part of the deal you keep the straw, or bale it and then sell it, or bale it for the farmer. So yeah, we'll see. But for now we're going to plod on and get this tiny little field of barley all harvested. Last bit of the field, and it's all going to fit in the combine, which is handy. It has popped up to say that we have completed the contract, which is also good. So we can get the auger out and we can unload this and get on with the baling. So we're on with the baling. We ended up with 75% of a trailer of barley, so I think that was about 13.5 1,000 litres, which is all good. I think the plan for that is, as we said before, to keep hold of it and then hopefully at some point make our own seed. So that is going to go a long way towards helping us reduce our costs in the future. Can we get round without wiping out the hedge? Yes, we can. So yeah, I'm pleased with how much we got there. I didn't think we would get as much as we did, but yeah, all good. Handy as well that both contracts were going to the same delivery point. I think that always makes it a bit quicker, not having to faff around and deliver to different points. So I think I'll do a bit more of this baling and we will catch up rather shortly. Last run down the field, you'll see we've got the Anderson stacker ready and waiting. It's good that we're going to get another bale out of here. Just try not to overshoot too much. We're clearly not going to get another full one, but we'll have the straw anyway. That can go towards the bales that we'll get off our little field that we harvested last time. So that is the baling on field 3 complete. Super. Another 4,000 litres. So we can turn that off. We'll raise the pickup and just knock the engine off on the Fendt for a second. Hop into the John Deere and collect up the bales that we've made. And then we'll take all the equipment back down to our farm, which is going to be a bit of a trek. I think Follow Me might well be involved with that. And yeah, then we can get on with baling our field. Well, back at the yard now. That took a fair while, and traffic had to be turned off because we had a bit of a situation going on at one of the junctions where it just was not happy at all. So there is 6. Is there 6 bales? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, couldn't see that one. So we got 6 off the field 3. So they can stay there for now. And yeah, we may just get rid of them in the future or sell them. We'll see. Whatever the feedback is from you guys. So what else do we need to do now? Firstly, we should probably collect on the contracts. So collect that one and collect on that one. So we've got 3 hay ones available. Possibly you could look at doing that. That's all the hay that we've got. Might need a bit more. I think we are we're pretty much sorted for silage, I reckon. As you can see, we do have loads. Combine needs a repair at some point, but we'll sort that in a bit. I think for now we need to get this lot baled up and then put away, and we can then put some of the straw in with the cows, top the bedding right up. I am then tempted to landscape a bit of this field so we got a bigger entrance. Yeah, and then feed the cows, I reckon. last bit of the field, apart from a few straggly little bits that were missed, but we shall just spin around and grab them now. So what have we got off that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and another 80% in the baler. So yeah, not bad, not bad at all. So we will drop this off and find a home for it, and then probably just grab the trailer, I reckon, and the front loader for this bit, because we can then stick them onto the or into, should I say, the straw blower. Last 2 bales to pick up, and yeah, nice to do a little bit of manual loading. I wouldn't want to be doing 48 bales like we had off of field 46 though, I don't think. So we'll get these dropped onto here, and then this field is all cleared. Is that going to stay on there? Come on, don't mess around now. It's not even close to being on, is it? Come on. Bit of a wheelie? No? I think it's going to require some persuading. There we go. Who knows, that might actually work. Why is it that the first 4 worked absolutely perfectly, and now with the record... There we go. The record button pressed, we are having issues. There we go. Super. Right. That's all strapped up. We can now head to the yard. We can get the fent onto the straw blower, and we'll start giving the cows some bedding. First 11,000 litres going in. We go. So they've got currently around about 30,000, so maybe another 2-3 bales. So yeah, we're going to have a good amount of straw around us now, which is what we wanted from the harvest. We've been waiting patiently, and yeah, luckily it's lasted, and they've not completely run out of bedding. So this will be the last bale we need to get the straw all filled up. Oh, need to come back a bit. There we go. You can see we've had to just open the back of the straw blower ever so slightly, so we can fit these 180 centimetre. Why is that such a mouthful? 180 centimetre bales. There we go. So we're not going to even use all of this, I don't think. I'm guessing we're going to be around 50,000, maybe a bit more. Let's go back a bit. No. Missed. Moved out of the trigger, clearly. There we go. Maybe it's a bit more, but it's obviously more than 50,000. That's a bizarre amount. Maybe 55, 54, something like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We've got plenty. So what I do need to do before we feed the cattle is to grab the trailers back from the various different fields that we've abandoned them at. So I'll get on with that, and I will see you when we are feeding the cows. So just while the fent brings the trailer back with all the barley in, thought we would use the John Deere and the cramp trailer to top up the cows' feed. How are we looking? Probably one more trailer full should do it. We are running low on the conditioned grass, so we might have to start doing mixes a little bit sooner than planned. Oh, there's a gate post there. Yeah, I don't necessarily like the current situation we find ourselves in with storing grass in a silo. It doesn't, although it's handy, it doesn't quite sit right, I suppose. So once this 88 odd thousand litres has gone, we will be doing mixes unless we are cutting the grass at that opportune time and we can put some directly into the trough that way. So yeah, plan is to start feeding a little bit earlier than I had firstly intended to, or initially intended to, should I say. So we'll get this tipped in, and then hopefully the fence will be back. We can empty the barley out and do that little bit of landscaping in the field 36, is it? And then yeah, that'll be us done for the day. Just getting the barley all unloaded, and I don't actually remember how much we've got. Let's wait for this to empty and get ourselves a total. There we go. 29k, not bad. Not bad at all. So that trailer can stay there for now, I reckon. We'll just back up out of the way a little bit so we can get round to the cows should we need to. I think we'll keep the bale loader, or bale stacker for now, as it might come in handy with our haymaking when we do our fields. So let's run over to field 36 and get this field entrance sorted. So into the construction and landscaping menu, and I think that, so you can see I've sort of squared off down here and bought it so it's a bit of an S into this part. Now that should give us room to back in, possibly, hopefully, and then pull forward enough to navigate around the gate. So I think we'll just we'll fill in this now. It's going to be a bit hit and miss, and we can always tweak it next year or next harvest. So let's get this all painted in. We will paint in that grass as well, and we can then put the actual foliage back over the top once we've got rid of the bits of field. Normally this works better on a time lapse, but for some reason I've decided to go away from that. So now into the plant section and go for meadow grass, and we'll just pop that in down here, leaving a bit of a border so we've got that sort of muddy edge to the field, to the boundary. There we go. Probably bump up the size for this area. There we go. Looking good. And then, yeah, the proof will be in the pudding next harvest. Cool. Well, looks a little bit more open. Should be able to swing in, hopefully. Might need a bit more this end, and then navigate round to park up to unload the header. Right then, well I think that's all we've got on the job list for today. I'm going to have a bit of a rest, and I will see you in the morning. Well, good morning. So, fed all the cows, topped them up, and we're now got the not so good job of repairing our equipment. So that's £5 nearly on the fence, so we can shift this one. We'll do the combine, I think, as well now, so at least then we know what money we've got. We haven't got to worry in the future, and we know that we'll be able to harvest our crops and other people's should the contracts arise. So let's get this as close as we can. There we go. Dread what this is going to be. So let's have a look. Brace yourselves. Wow, 17 grand, my word. We won't bother with the trailer, and we will do the header as well. Okay, so down to 81,000. Not overly ideal. Where can we put this? In fact, we'll just move it back where it was, I reckon. For now, out the way. There we go. Careful not to smash the freshly repaired header into the wall. Stay there. Right, on to today's task. So when I saw this contract pop up, I thought, yeah, we're going to have to do this one. Nice big vent and a decent size cultivator. So let's get spun round here and get it all unfolded. There we go. Great working width, so shouldn't take us long, hopefully. Well, with the cultivation underway and a nice course play course all set, I think we can put this into a bit of a montage. So yeah, we will catch up in a little bit. Well, we're in our fent, watching that fent do the cultivating. It's cracking on, and we are off to the store. We have got our drill on the back, quite clearly. There has something popped up in the used sales that we are going to grab. One of the upgrades that I wanted to make sooner rather than later, really, was our drill, and there is one in the sale, double the width of this, so we're going to go and grab it. We'll part exchange our seeder, and yeah, very, very pleased it's appeared. So I'll see you up at the store. So with the drill dropped off in the repair / selling bay, we can repair it. Yeah, why not? We won't repaint, we will just sell at that. So that's 21,500. Thank you. And then if we go into the used vehicle sale, we can see that there's the Pottinger Terrace M C6F. We don't want a plate on it. 4,000 litre capacity, 210 horsepower, so we're good with that. 6 metre working width. Job's a good one, I think. We're going to buy that. And it should be out here waiting for us. There it is. So we can get back in the fent, get hooked up, and head back to the farm. Well, the new drill is back at the yard. That contract on field 46 is finished, and just while we wait for the traffic, we are going to accept the one on field 3. We may as well. It's only 1,600 quid, but that is still 1,600 quid to us. So what I think I'm going to do is I'll quickly do this cultivating contract. We'll complete on both of those. Then I think we're going to put a cover crop into field 36, and then that can be growing, and then when it comes to plant oats, we're going to put oats into that field. That's the plan anyway. So I'll get this little job done, and I will see you when we are starting to seed the cover crop. Well, this is cool and very, very unexpected. Really didn't think that we'd be doing this today. It yeah, just shows a bit of patience and, you know, the handy used sales. But yeah, we are going to progress. Hopefully this idea of the cover crop works as well and will save us on a level of fertiliser. Hopefully it's grown enough by the time we come to seed the oats. But yeah, it's yeah, like I said, was not expecting it, and it's a rather nice upgrade to be having. Completely unexpected. So yeah, rather good. I've collected on both of the contracts, so money is looking healthy. What I'm thinking of doing is purchasing the molasses, so filling our tank up, and potentially filling the mineral feed silo up as well, because at least then we have got everything we need. Alright, we need a bit more hay, but we've got everything we need then to start feeding the cows the proper TMR mix whenever we run out of the grass. Well, we are absolutely flying through this field, and we're using such little seed that I think if it wasn't changing the texture of the ground, then I'd have to check that the seeder was actually on. It's yeah, hopefully this is going to save us a fair bit of money. I think what we'll need to do is, so this should give us, start that again. So this should give us one fertiliser state. So if when we've done this we were to come and spread manure or slurry onto it, then that should give us that first little kickstart on the nitrogen or the fertiliser level, because we're not using precision farming, and then once we've done that and it's grown and we are ready to sow oats, we can yeah, just crack through it, because this cultivates obviously as it goes along, so it should cultivate in the crop and seed the oats for us. Just finishing off the field now on around the headland, and I think what I was trying to say before very simply is we need to fertilise this oilseed radish once, and then when we come to plant the oats and it gets drilled into the ground, that then is our second fertiliser state. That's a lot more concise way of putting it rather than the drivel that I was spouting before. So we are very, very nearly done, and we've used very, very little seed, which is absolutely brilliant. And I don't think there's much else to be doing today. So until next time, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.